Guys, look what we have here. This is a legume species commonly known as Lima bean. Locally it is called Pathuru Dabala, also called butter beans, siva beans, java beans, etc. Scientific name is Phaseolus lunatus. There's a huge variety within the species, which is a common feature among legumes, widely distributed across the globe, doing well in many climates. Now, today I'm at my friend K. Marachige's property. This is Meerigama, about 15 kilometers away from my home. She's grown this for quite a long time, it seems. The size of the stem tells it all. Respect her for properly maintaining it green and lush and making it available for me. Special thing I see here is this is growing in the open, no covers or anything, very much prone to pests and diseases, but there is none. Practically I see no pest or disease on this. This is a big plus point in traditional varieties. They are highly resistant to pests and diseases. This Lima bean has two types, one being the perennial one, while the other being annual. This climber here is the perennial type. Perennial type is said to be highly drought tolerant, meaning it does really well in dry areas. Legumes increase the soil fertility by fixing atmospheric nitrogen in soil. Lima bean too does this. This perennial climber is very vigorously growing and lush despite the newly filled organic matter deficient soil here, thanks to its capacity to thrive in marginal soils. You can also see so many flowers and pods. Legumes produce a good harvest, which is the case with this as well. According to owner, almost zero inputs have gone into this, but still doing a great job. Some common winged bean varieties too growing here. Tender shoots, leaves, pods and seeds of Lima bean are edible. Seeds are rich in protein and carbohydrates, also important as an animal feed. Something very important to note here is seeds and leaves contain cyanogenic glucosides and lineares that can turn cyanogenic glucosides into hydrogen cyanide. Cyanogenic glucoside content can vary based on maturity, stage of development, genotype, and cultivation conditions. Don't be scared though, because cultivated varieties contain much lower cyanoglucosides compared to wild varieties. So, what can you do to remove these toxic compounds? Soaking and cooking Lima beans is essential to remove most of the hydrogen cyanide. This is just like the case with cassava. There are some other anti-nutritional factors too. Raw Lima beans contain phytic acid, protease inhibitors, and lectins. This can completely be removed by a dry or moist heat treatment. Now, so much for the lengthy explanations. Today in this episode, I'm going to show you how you can prepare a Lima bean curry, the Sri Lankan style. By the way, I don't use dried chili powder as many would do. For your record, I take all fresh. I'm Kalum Jersing and this is my channel, the platform I use to discuss so many different tech stuff. You can support me by subscribing and clicking the bell button. Like, comment and share within your community if you like what you see. Let's get started. I have all the beans washed. I have taken tender beans. I'm adding Tabasco pepper, ginger, curry leaves, garlic, onion, and to sour the curry up a bit, 2 billions or bilimbi, which is yet another delicacy I love most. Let's slice up all the beans first. Mature pods can have a hard fiber running along the full length either side. This should be removed, breaking the two ends or tips like this. I do not add dried chili powder as I consider it unhealthy, but you may add it along with other spices. It's totally up to you. As a rule of thumb, I take everything fresh. Some coconut oil should go into this. I'm not using coconut milk. I let the vessel to heat up so any existing water will get evaporated. Then adding coconut oil and letting it heat up. It is also important to use a clay vessel here. If you use metal cookware, acids and bases in your food can react with metal and the heat would accelerate the reaction, producing harmful compounds. Clayware, on the other hand, have many benefits. Probably I will make a separate video on the subject. Just make sure that you use clayware while cooking. That's the best option, that's the best way, that's the healthiest way. So stick to it. Add all these and let them fry in oil a while. Mix well. For mixing also I am not using a metal spoon. Bilin is acidic here, so I don't want any metal to come in contact with this curry. Necessarily your dish doesn't have to be acidic or basic to keep metalware away. Normally almost all food material contain organic acids. Plant tissues have a large number of various chemicals, so when you are cooking something using metalware, you don't really know what chemical reactions are going on. Sometimes you may be eating rust and metal oxides. They may not kill you right away, but can cause long-term health issues. I don't want any of this, so I'm staying away from metalware. Bilin releases all the water inside its tissues, so this curry has gotten this wet texture. It's kinda yummy with some sour tinge. As you keep cooking like this, you can see the natural lush green of beans change into some withered dry green. This is the point our curry is ready. At the end, you can have a final checkup for salt and taste. Make necessary adjustments as needed. Then your curry is ready. Making it taste sour was my personal preference because I got few building fruits, needed them to go into the curry. You can cook the curry the way you love most. This is great when cooked using coconut milk as well. So that's it for today. Please subscribe to the channel to fuel me up. Catch you next time. Bye bye.